when they walk into the place and find an actual place in New York City where they can actually drink and smoke at the same time. It blows their mind.
New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg recently enacted a ban on smoking in all outdoor public spaces. Building on earlier laws banning smoking in bars, restaurants, and 20 feet from any building, the mayor has extended the ban to the wide open expanses of parks, beaches, and even pedestrian plazas sitting a few feet from a constant stream of exhaust fumes. Punitive taxation has driven the average price of a pack of cigarettes up to more than $11 per pack. But some smokers will not be denied their right to enjoy their vice of choice, and in a city renowned for its innovation and drive, they have figured out ways to work around the bans. Smokers with sticker shock have taken to purchasing loosies, or loose cigarettes, commonly sold for $1 each by street entrepreneurs willing to take a $400 fine and a misdemeanor arrest as a necessary expense of doing business. One loosie vendor actually credited the rising cost of cigarettes with a boom in his business. Audrey Silk, a retired New York City police officer and the founder of New York City Citizens Lobbying Against Smoker Harassment, has taken to growing tobacco in her backyard in Brooklyn.
Being able to grow my own has saved me thousands of dollars that I haven't had to pay to the social engineers who've using the power of taxation to coerce me into behaving in the way they dictate I'm supposed to behave, which is no smoking.
Although smoking in bars is fast becoming a quaint memory, one downtown bar continues to thrive as a legal smoking establishment thanks to an obscure grandfather clause.
Before the law changed, I was fending my own right, trying to get customers just like any other bar or restaurant in New York City. But after the law changed, I seem to have had a one-up, an advantage, a small monopoly on the smokers in New York City that like to go out and drink and smoke. And most of my customers are local.
And I've been coming here for a few months, a couple times a week, and it's been good so far. There's a lot of conversation about the world and freedom and what this country means, in addition to drinking Guinness and smoking whatever it is that's going to give us cancer 30 years down the line. So good mix of high and lowbrow culture.
Yeah, where else in the city you're going to hear Thomas Jefferson quoted?
I get a big hunk of French tourists that are in love with me when they walk into the place and find an actual place in New York City where they can actually drink and smoke at the same time with the comfort of sitting in a chair and having something to drink and maybe eat at the same time. It blows their mind. Not that I require people to smoke if they're going to work here, but I do let the potential future employee know well in hand that this is a tobacco establishment. And if they're at all uncomfortable, I would like to have them make that decision if they were still interested in working in a tobacco establishment. In the last 13 years here, I've not had one instant of any sort of employee complaining about working here in a smoke environment.
The success of Circuit Tobacco presents an alternative model for the city, one that can preserve both customer choice and economic freedom by letting businesses prioritize their policies according to customer demand.
If everybody wants this ban, lift the law, let's see how true that is.
Rather than losing tax revenues to the black market and the green market, perhaps the mayor who made billions in the free market might want to consider allowing bars and restaurants the choice to follow marketplace demand and letting the consumer decide whether or not to patronize an establishment based on its smoking policy.